cannot fucking select this damn game. So of course we are starting at late night, but there could be a possible reason behind this. Originally, Megan Page was supposed to be walking out with both her members of Bullet Club Venom. However, they have their own problems tonight. So now for Megan Page, like prepare her the French, pretty much the French station, that being Jackson Prince. And there is kind of a thing to notice about Jackson Prince, saying that the reason why she decided to cut her hair down shorter was pretty much not only because she wanted to, because she just doesn't like having longer hair when wrestling. And I guess we could respect that nonetheless, but all we care is just to see a simple fight take place. Now, of course, the leader of Bullet Club Venom on one side, while Jackson Prince is on the other. And of course, down on ringside is her mother, Elizabeth Page. And here we go with the match starting off with the sling blade and standing moonsault. And looking at for Megan Page, saying that she could possibly handle this match alone without the rest of the club with her. However, just moments before we went on air, well, Elizabeth Page ended up saying to her daughter, Megan Page, saying that I will accompany you on ringside because I don't want any bullshit to be happening with you in terms of anyone trying to interrupt in your match. So for Megan Page, she's saying, fine, it will be your pleasure. Now for Megan Page, throwing Jackson Prince into one corner, now trying to get her up onto the top turnbuckle. And looking at for Megan Page is thinking of living dangerously and looking to possibly go for a Spanish fly, and it connects. And we don't know what is Megan Page really thinking of here. And it's almost like she's gonna let Jackson Prince pretty much meant to take a bit of a breather, because for some reason you also know Jackson Prince had been recently fighting in a single competition without her teammate Piper Clark by her side. And the reason being that Jackson Prince, well, got a little bit more confident in fighting her own matches. But who knows, we may see the return of both Jackson Prince and Piper Clark in the near future. But as of right now, for both these women are competing in your opening matchup of tonight. And for Megan Page, attempted to try and go for a drop kick, but it misses entirely. And for Jackson Prince, trying to aim for the left, well, not left, well, yeah, it is the left. Try to aim for the left leg, and now take a bit of a rage out onto the forehead of, well, Megan Page. And so far, it's not looking good for Megan Page. Cover now by Jackson Prince. Megan Page kicks out of 2. I can still see on ringside Elizabeth Page looking a little bit concerned, well, for her daughter lay on the receiving end of a complete ass whooping in the center of the ring by Jackson Prince. But a little bit of a counter step up into Yuri by Megan Page. Almost managed to put down Jackson Prince. It's even that Megan Page going for a standing moonsault and it connects an immediate cover. Showed him down. Jackson Prince still managed to kick out at 1. And after Megan Page had to put most of her focus onto her opponent and lock in and looking that you're gonna try and connect the 3 suplexes, and it connects, and the pinfall attempt again, and Jackson Prince gets shoulders up before 3, and Megan Page misses dump but ends up connecting onto the dropkick follow-up. And a super kick ends up connecting to the face of Jackson Prince. And off the top rope landed swanton from Megan Page, hooking the leg now. And Megan Page would get the victory. And proving her point that she is fine going out alone. And speaking of Piper Clark, well, how can I put this? Well, speaking of Piper Clark, he has said she is gonna be in the next matchup. Also, we did manage to get a news update regarding the current issue with MYS. Well, not current issue, but what had been going on with MYS, because, well, at an XWA house show, well, not at a house show, but during an untelevised event of XWA Onslaught, MYSC pretty much rudely interrupted Steve Barron and decided to challenge him on a one-on-one Universal title match. And so the Steve Barron decided to double down and mentioned how MYS nearly killed his entire wrestling career 2 months ago. Then proceeded to lay out MYS in the center of the ring for millions of fans to witness. And after MYS was escorted, well, not escorted, but after MYS was pretty much taken out of the arena by a stretcher, just moments after MYS arrived at a local hospital, but Steve Barron proceeded to go on Twitter and literally said, "No hard feelings, MYS. I was just doing them a favor." But however, the good thing for MYS is that he said that he ended up getting, that he's some way cleared to keep on wrestling. So who knows, we may see MYS surprisingly show up at FWA Onslaught and gets what he calls, or pretty much does what he calls, spinning the block on Steve Barron. But we don't know how that will end. But now out of that conversation, let's focus on our second match of tonight, and that being, well, and pretty much that being the London Bombshell, and that being Piper Clark versus an opponent of her choice. And it seems that Julia Garcia will pretty much will be Piper Clark's opponent. And not only that, for Julia Garcia making her XWA Overdrive debut. Because she had been in other brands, but not in Overdrive. So for Julia Garcia, pretty much looking to make a pretty good impact here, well, for Overdrive. And I would go ahead and say that we are in North Carolina, well, for FWA Overdrive as well, which I forgot to mention at the start. Now the match versus Julia Garcia, and for Garcia immediately like going for a hip toss and a flip senton. Now knowing the fact that for Julia Garcia saying that she hadn't fought, well, on XWA Overdrive, let alone had fought in any recent matches as of late. So this fight, pretty much this matchup here, could technically try and cement her name and try to come back to the company. Well, not come back to the company since she was still signed, but pretty much make it another fight or appearance, whatever. So see that Julia Garcia was almost on fire in this match, and she went for a pinfall, but Piper Clark denies it. So now for Julia Garcia, she's pretty much trying her hand at almost putting away Piper Clark. However, you may think Piper Clark pretty much trying to flirt with almost anyone in the XWA universe, or just trying to make the entire XWA universe fall in love with her when walking down that stage ramp. And you think, well, she is not pretty much, how can I put this? For what most people say about Piper Clark is thinking that she's not actually a really tough opponent. Well, because her entrance is just, I don't even know how to put this, but you get the idea. But the moment that bell, the moment the bell rings, if like Piper Clark is a whole different women's wrestler, seen here, well, pretty much seen here against Julia Garcia, literally trying to go for a repetitive choke slam onto the knee, and now hooking the leg, going for Piper Clark, and Piper Clark will get the win. Also, Piper Clark has said in a recent interview on why does she have orange hair, and she replied saying, "Oh, the orange hair is only just hair dye. My actual hair color is like almost a brunette type color. Let alone might just be all blacked out. She doesn't even know for her damn self." Let me see. So our next match will be, I guess we have no choice but to say it, but the Tribal Menace Haven versus, I don't even want to know what's currently going on, but for Mr. Blue, pretty much after coming out from a loss, or at least after suffering a loss at FWA Freedom Reign, it's like Mr. Blue pretty much don't even know is he the same person. And we return to North Carolina. And out comes the Tribal Menace Haven. Nah, but wait a second. What the hell is Mr. Blue trying to do? It's like there's a problem, and Mr. Blue not wasting any time, and as he's tired of waiting, and he is tired of losing. And Mr. Blue almost looking to try and take out pretty much his loss, or at least his rage, well, from Freedom Reign out on the pretty much the new Tribal Menace, that being Haven. And of course I noticed that Haven is also going out alone in this matchup. So now as for Mr. Blue, trying to fight back against Haven. And now into the corner, go for Haven, and connects pretty much with the running ankle kick. And you pretty much hear Mr. Blue yelling to Haven, "Get the hell up." It's pretty much like Mr. Blue, well, pretty much could care less. So now, after Haven trying to go for a spin drive, Mr. Blue somewhat no-sells it. Now Mr. Blue trying to get himself back on both his feet. Alright! Now for Mr. Blue, trying to giving his absolute all in this matchup. But it seemed like it's not, since he managed to get the jump onto Haven. And now whatever Mr. Blue trying to do, kind of lock in the arm and go for a submission attempt. However, Haven managed to get out. So now it's... Hey, might as well go ahead and enjoy this break. Welcome back to XW8 Overdrive. And pretty much just moments ago, you have witnessed Haven on the receiving end of what I would say the Spade DDT. That this match was to continue. Now for Haven throwing Mr. Blue outside the ring, and this match, or at least for this fight, pretty much taking place out on ringside. Now Haven trying to use the guardrail to his possible advantage, trying to plant Mr. Blue's face up against it, and while Blue trying to fight back. Pretty much not a wise, but a pretty smart tactic done by Haven. Because you can't beat him in the ring, use the environment to beat him. And that's exactly what Haven just did. And now, you roll back inside the ring. And now for Mr. Blue firing back, but Haven had a bit of an answer of his own with a counter. Same going for Mr. Blue. Now, they did a hop and slammed them back down. And now, Mr. Blue trying to get a hold of Haven, trying to put him into a corner. However, Haven did not let any of it go to waste. But now, Mr. Blue, however, now managed to do something. So now Mr. Blue only has one opportunity to pull this off. And he ends up missing. And there goes the leap bulldog, or I think so. And right before Blue could even end up connecting, he ended up missing. It's like he'd be a dog to walk in this matchup here. But there you go, now connecting it. Now trying to throw Haven. But looking at for Mr. Blue. I was looking to try and go for some sort of suplex onto Haven, however it doesn't work. Now, I'll look like a possible pinfall attempt going by Mr. Blue. Alright, cover now. And Haven managed to escape. And as we said, Haven was coming out alone. It turns out he was only playing a trick. And that's because Lyman's here, but however, Mr. Blue took notice and now taking action on him. And now setting back up Haven and looking to go for the Dirty Blues. And a cover. And Mr. Blue would get the victory. However, well, although he nearly got distracted by Lime. Our next matchup. Let me see here. Our next matchup will be Everett Wolf against Dallas Carmelo. Wait a second, for most of this match, Everett Wolf trying to make a walkout. However, Dallas Carmelo would seem to try to interrupt Everett Wolf and try to pick this fight as of now. So pretty much, a majority of this fight is already just been taken out on ringside. Now Dallas wouldn't here. Pretty much a Dallas man to take off Everett. Literally just decided to literally just start to rip off Everett Wolf's crop top, in which originally that was literally just a piece of merchandise that Everett Wolf had, it pretty much to support Chris Danger. But I guess that merchandise does not mean shit anymore compared to Dallas Carmelo. Now, and pretty much the match is, I want to say, slightly underway. But now, whatever Everett Wolf trying to use here, I'm pretty much trying to break the jaw of Dallas Carmelo, hooking the leg. However, Dallas Carmelo would end up kicking out. And now standing moonsault by Everett Wolf. pinfall attempt by Everett Wolf, and she walked out with the win. Let's see here. I brought back a live commentary here after Jamal Fatu is here. Now the match has begun, and already Jeremiah fought 2. Pretty much looking to go to work onto Mason Page. However, Mason Page may have to counter it with Sling Blade, and now time to go first. Almost looking to try and pick Jeremiah up for a suplex. However, slams him back down. And Jake, give me a moment. Let me just check this. Now Mason Page really trying to put Jeremiah fought 2 well away for a while. Now, Mason Page attempts to go for a pinfall. However, Jeremiah fought 2, confusing it. So, we're almost looking at Mason Page would try to target the arm. Well, a fought 2. A wise choice here. Wait a second. I was looking at, for some reason, Fatu kind of made some calls, or technically told his brother to fuck around, well, in the producer's area and play scripts and music. But somehow, some way, a miracle has happened and Mason Page picks up his first win in the XWA. Now let me see. Ah, here we go. Now, I didn't have time to do all of this. However, I don't give a fuck. So you can see what the copycat of XWA, that being Rachel Danielson making her way down to the ring. It seemed that for Rachel Danielson managed to get the entirety of North Carolina on their feet. Now Rachel Danielson trying to get herself ready, and seeing that the newest addition to the XWA roster is coming. And she looks a tad bit familiar. We have heard rumors about her. However, we don't know when she can make her debut. As the match is underway, it's almost looking that for Jade Fletcher. Almost already trying to put away Rachel Danielson. And for Jade Fletcher, she has been highly rumored. Well, yeah, she has been highly rumored, and pretty much she's actually very popular at the Performance Center. In fact, she actually ended up getting the most votes for saying who could be the next XWA signing. And surprisingly enough, Jade Fletcher was in the top 3. So now for Rachel Danielson, almost looking to be in position for a Nuso splash, but they will go for a Superman splash instead. Now the fight is being taken out to ringside. For the debuted star, that being Jake Fletcher. And another thing regarding Jade is that she has signed, well, pretty much everything she signed, she said she wanted to try and go to all 4 brands in the XWA, that being Onslaught, No Limits, Overdrive, and of course Underground, in which Jay Fletcher had decided to pitch the idea, saying that she'll become a general manager for XWA Overdrive. However, she would end up being put away by Rachel Danielson. And it's looking, and pretty much for this match, it's possibly looking to be, how can I say, alright. So now if this match is pretty much for your co-main event, is looking to be a Extreme Rules, and looking to be an Extreme Rules match, and that being so now for the new MYS, or at least the MYS of the women's division, that being Emily Marshall going up against, I guess we want to say, a possible loose cannon with Taylor Ford. that for Emily Marshall making her solid entrance and using MYS's old entrance and everything. A lot of people are saying that Emily Marshall could potentially be the new dark horse of the FWA. But judging from the controversy of MYS in the past few months, we don't know how successful this gimmick could go. And I believe these guitar strings sound a little familiar. Because Taylor Ford had used this in the indies when she first pretty much when she first was a heel. And it's almost looking that for Taylor Ford doesn't even want she doesn't even want to look at the camera. That's how broken inside she feels. She lost her title. Pretty much she ended up losing her title while losing her boyfriend, which is now pretty much considered to be her ex. And even trying to get her own family back on the same track. And we understand it. It's fucking difficult. It's fucking difficult for Taylor. And what makes matters worse is that she ended up trying alcohol. But wait a second here. It's almost looking at for Taylor Ford trying to waste no time and start being the brakes of Emily Marshall. However, for Marshall, pretty much knew all of this was coming. But anyways, as we were saying that for, Taylor Ford was pretty much just drinking, pretty much started becoming a heavy drinker in terms of drinking any type of alcohol she could get her hands on, from Budweiser, Bud Light, and hell, even Jack Daniels. Pretty much, it's like Taylor Ford had completely lost self-control of herself. And what even makes it difficult in this match, or at least for her opponent, that for Emily Marshall used to be friends with Taylor Ford. So even if Taylor Ford doesn't even act the same way like she was when she was a champion, it's because of her pretty much it's because of her alcoholism. Or alcoholism, whatever the fuck you call it. So now, for the co-main event, and pretty much almost a sling blade onto anything. And it's all seeming to be that for Taylor Ford trying to grab a guitar, but now it's in the hands of Emily Marshall. A dropkick managed to get the guitar off. And it's almost like the North Carolina crowd, or at least for the Carolina crowd, is that was technically liking this version of Taylor Ford. Of course, this was, and mind you, this was the Taylor Ford we've seen in, and mind you, this is the same as that Taylor Ford we have seen in TBD. So a lot of fans are happy to see that this version of Taylor Ford is back. But in our eyes, this is something to be completely afraid of. After Taylor Ford ended up being on the receiving end of a cutter. Now whatever Taylor Ford trying to do, but Emily Marshall ends up countering, throwing Taylor Ford out the ring. And whatever Taylor Ford trying to set up here. So now what possibly could be the absolute worst would be dealt with to Taylor Ford. And now back inside the ring going for the dark horse. Well, and I want to say the loose cannon, Taylor Ford. And there's the corner clothesline. That will possibly knock a few screws loose inside of Emily Marshall. But for some reason, that's for Taylor Ford trying to knock out Emily Marshall out of the ring. It doesn't work. As you can see here, for Emily Marshall trying to use the kill switch, MYS's old finisher, it seemed like it is not going to work. And now, whatever Taylor Ford has plans here, it is not going to be pretty. And Prey was trying to go for an avalanche kill switch. Well, and a moonsault ends up connecting. So now wherever Taylor Ford might have plans here, and looking that she actually now has Emily Marshall up. And a slam through the table. So now what Taylor Ford is trying to do against Emily Marshall, it just won't work. And now, it seemed that for Emily Marshall would just try her absolute best to put away Taylor Ford. However, for Taylor, it's just not going to happen. And looking that for Emily Marshall, activating the kill switch. And seeing that for Taylor Ford, it's trying not to at least lose. And it seemed that for Taylor Ford noticed about the ladder, the bridged ladder, and looking to try and take advantage of the bridge ladder. What is Taylor Ford trying to do here? And pretty much putting Emily Marshall through the ladder. You see that Taylor Ford, pretty much in her mind, she like feels alive. And now the sleeper hold locked in by Emily Marshall now. Taylor Ford managed to end up escaping. And now Taylor Ford now have Emily Marshall up into the Texas driver. And hook in the leg, go for Taylor Ford. Emily Marshall, well, getting out of it. And now Taylor Ford trying again. And again, Emily Marshall ends up kicking out. And now a door not being slid in. If I was on PC, I would have downloaded that like a whole fucking pack full of barbed wire weapons. Cause that door should have barbed wire on it. Just saying. So now for Taylor Ford, trying to figure out what she can do with the door when that's in ring. However, she still needs to deal with Emily Marshall. And she still ends up kicking out. It's like she just ignoring everything that Emily Marshall throws at her. And pretty much there's the corner stomp. And Taylor Ford again managed to kick out. It seems that Emily Marshall is literally becoming so desperate to try and finish off Taylor Ford, slamming her down with a Uranagi. And now, whatever Taylor Ford tried to do here, and there's the hip toss. And whatever Taylor Ford is attempting to do, however, for Emily Marshall managed to escape, and now looking to put away Taylor Ford. And Emily Marshall wins. Actually, I got a better idea. Also, yes, I am in the Discord listening to WWE themes. Ladies and gentlemen, your main event. Ladies and gentlemen, your main event will be Shane Dillon versus Miguel Lopez. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for FWA Overdrive. And we will see you guys this Monday. Have a great rest of your night.